Hi there, everyone. Welcome and thanks for joining us for another informative weekend edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. As always, we have a lot in store, focusing on health, MSME, export development, and more. So please stick around.
Check on your strong friends. Having gone through postpartum depression after having my daughter, I know what mental illness can be like.
You may be the one to provide someone with a haven.
Very much true, because like she said, you don't know what people are going through. It's also important to know within yourself what's going on, because you yourself know you better than anyone else could possibly know you.
Being able to be your true self is one of the strongest components of good mental health. You can whisper how you feel, or you can shout it out loud, but in whatever you do, if you need help, say something.
Thanks again for being here. We begin our feature segment with a partnership to retrofit primary healthcare facilities. The mission is to make them disaster resilient and climate smart. Let's learn more.
It is important that health facilities can withstand natural disasters and provide continuous access to care during and immediately after such events. And so there has been much focus on improving resilience, strengthening structural and operational systems, and equipping these facilities with green technologies. Much of the work is happening through the Smart Healthcare Facilities project. Jamaica, like other countries in the Caribbean, is vulnerable to numerous climatic events like hurricanes, floods, and drought, which can have a devastating effect on the nation.
We're aware that natural disasters are increasing in both frequency and impact. And it's absolutely essential that after a natural disaster, basic services are restored as quickly and efficiently as possible. And that's what this program is about.
Essentially, a hospital or a health center should remain standing after the most severe disaster.
Regionally, this work to create safer, greener, and climate-smart institutions is part of a £46.3 million Smart Health project. The initiative receives funding from UK Aid through its Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office in the Caribbean. It's being implemented over a 7-year period by the Pan-American Health Organization PAHO in collaboration with the Ministries of Health in selected countries.
We accept that as a people we have to prepare, and we are very happy that from a partnership standpoint, the British people, the UK government, UK Aid, as well as PAHO, which we are members of clearly, have said, listen, let us come together and ensure that we have more resilient, more smart facilities.
This initiative is not only allowing for continuous functioning of healthcare facilities during disasters, but is also reducing energy, water, and other operational costs, as well as the carbon footprint. More than 400 medical facilities across 7 different Caribbean countries were audited to assess their disaster vulnerabilities and needs.
We then designed a blueprint, a model for making them more resilient, safer, but also more efficient. We designed 3 standards: gold standard, silver standard, and bronze standard.
Since then, UK Aid has funded upgrades to 55 health facilities in the Caribbean. 14 of Jamaica's primary healthcare institutions have benefited at a cost of £8 million. The transformation of health facilities under this partnership has not only tackled the challenge of climate change, but also created more attractive and comfortable spaces for health workers and patients. Upgrades include replacement and strengthening of damaged roof to withstand hurricane, along with waterproofing and the installation of new hurricane-resistant windows and doors. These facilities are also being equipped with firefighting equipment and fire detection devices, improved electrical networks and generators for backup power, as well as the installation of solar panels for clean energy and water heaters and LED lights to ensure efficient and sustainable electrical power to each facility. Stormwater drains are being incorporated to mitigate flooding. Rainwater harvesting systems with both above and underground tanks and water-saving faucets provide increased availability and cost efficiency of this commodity. Work is also done to provide more efficient cooling and ventilation. Antimicrobial surfaces also get introduced to critical areas.
It's a really good partnership. This smart facility, of course, with the technical support of and standards that PAHO provided, the guidance, PAHO WHO, really has created people and government of Jamaica, Pan American Health, WHO, and of course UK Aid, the British government and people. What is a model that we want to standardize across the length and breadth of Jamaica and our public health system.
Jamaica's sustained growth, development, and prosperity hinges on a robust business sector, creating significant wealth that benefits all our people. As the government encourages such growth, the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce is taking its business development and export support to those in the MSME sector through a business roadshow.
Micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, have a key role in Jamaica's sustainable economic development and growth. By their sheer numbers and mean income from exports, these entities could substantially cut or eliminate the country's trade deficit and significantly boost GDP. The Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce is on a mission to get more MSMEs to export and earn bigger profits from larger markets as it seeks to unleash the significant wealth creation potential of this sector. Through its MSME Roadshow initiative, the ministry is taking its services to these businesses to get them ready, set, and into the export market. The roadshow is being initiated in partnership with the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB.
IDB is really happy to partner with the ministry on this initiative, for we are committed to promoting and providing support to private sector growth in Jamaica.
Through 4 initial roadshow stagings, with the first held in Mandeville, MSME operators have been getting information on business development support, government incentives, and export opportunities. The events are also providing a space to create new linkages, networking, and business partnerships with a large gathering of public and private entities.
Every single entrepreneur must understand that we must export. I'm encouraging you to make things that Jamaican people will eat and buy, but you must lift your mind to a place where you're exporting.
Though small, the multipliable effect of their employment and income generation is huge. The MSME sector in Jamaica numbers over 400,000 entities. These account for 34% of the employed labor force, and it's estimated that tax-paying MSMEs account for 97% of all classified and registered enterprises in Jamaica.
The MSME sector is a vital driving force that is propelling the creation of jobs and growth in Jamaica's economy. It is vital. All these small businesses, some of them hire 3 people, some hire 10, some can hire 25, some will hire 12. Every single job is vital, important to this country.
And I'd like to say simply, if every MSME, through additional work and support, employs one person or one more person, we are talking about growing the employed labor force in Jamaica by over 400,000 people. If we got 25% of all MSMEs to export $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year. If my calculation is correct, we would be talking about $1 billion of export.
Operating commercially and in the global space requires formalization and adherence to standards which the ministry is offering businesses. And so the road shows include a business pitch competition, business forum, an expo, and presentations to provide information on services being offered to the MSME sector. Also, for greater efficiency and ease of trade, the ministry is supporting digitization of businesses and their access to affordable financing.
Together with our esteemed partners from the Inter-American Development Bank, we embark on a journey to empower our MSMEs. The Business Roadshow serves as a platform for knowledge exchange, networking, and inspiration, fostering an environment where these businesses can not only survive, but they will thrive. We need to inspire each other. We need to hear from each other. What are you doing? Are you making BAMIs bigger size, smaller size? Are you making stuff in sources that you're looking to export?
Growing the country's per capita income in line with that of rich nations by producing and selling more goods and services to the point of sustained trade surplus is reason enough every Jamaican in business needs to get into the act of exporting where possible.
Now suppose we get 50%. If we get 50%, that cuts off about half of the negative trade balance that we had in 2021.
For the benefit of tipping the trade scale in Jamaica's favor, the government is assuring small businesses of all the help they need to grow.
I talk about JAMPRO and who else can help them. JBDC is vital to MSMEs on the ground. So because they hold your hand, they show you how to do a business plan sometime, how to make your business better, how to register your business. The Companies Office of Jamaica, one of the 20 agencies of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, is a crucial agency that assists MSMEs in becoming export ready. What do we mean by that? The Company Office of Jamaica helps to register and regulate businesses, ensuring companies are credible when conducting business transactions globally.
MSMEs are encouraged to use the benefits provided by the ministry, including productive inputs relief and import duty and income tax relief for the importation of equipment or raw materials.
Go look for good equipment, import it, make sure you talk to the ministry and say, you have a plan. When we agree with your plan, Exim Bank is there to help you. With such targeted support, we are committed to strengthening these engines of innovation and chart a course toward shared prosperity.
Realizing our potential to become a rich nation means selling not only to 3 million Jamaicans at home, but also to consumers around the world. Are you ready?
Bus driver, bike man, whole order, markets and Motorists, please look out for us when we're crossing the road.
The new school term sets out a challenge for all students to do well. Math is traditionally one of the most challenging subjects for students, but one school has worked out a fun and interactive way to pique children's interest and understanding of mathematics.
Walk with me as I take you on a journey to a village like never before seen in Jamaica, a village that was created with one purpose in mind: to engage students at the Seaview Gardens Primary School in math. The Math Tree Lane Village was recently opened on the grounds of the Seaview Gardens Primary School in Kingston. The village, which is located off Matherific Boulevard, is the brainchild of math coordinator Denise Reed.
Inside our village, we have a shop area. In this shop area, we have play foods that the students will see in a regular shop. We have eggs, we have water, we have juice, we have basic things that you would see in a shop. Things are wrapped in pound, half pounds, 2 pound wrappings. We have scales, we have food and meat that are like play foods, beef, fish, chicken, that the students will interact with, and these are the things that they would see when they go to the shop to buy.
After visiting the Maths Masters one-stop shop, students and visitors can head to the nearby market.
So we have market day. If the students need to go in, they can go in, they can do buying and selling. We have, they can do weighing of goods, they can measure goods. The goods are priced, so they can do decimal, calculation, addition, all the mathematical operations will come out in the market, in the shop as well.
And there's more. At the very end of Matherific Boulevard, adjacent to Polymath Pathway, you'll find a house and the Math Express bus that journeys to Point Hill, 3 miles and halfway tree.
The math bus is actually a game center where the students go and play. It's not completed. They're to go and play interactive games, board games, games that develop critical thinking like draft, chess, Ludi, things like that. They go and play interactive games seated on the floor. They have a house. Inside of the house you will see a stove, a table, and those things have shapes. They have geometric elements.
But the best thing about this interactive and engaging math village is that not only was it created for students, it is also partly run by a special group of students known as Math Elves.
The Math Elves are math students, the top math students from grades 5 and 6. Their responsibility is to go out to the different classes to which they are assigned. So they are assigned to grades 1 to 3. They use their lunch hour because we have 2 different lunch hours for upper school and lower school. So while the lower school students are inside, the upper school students the Math Elves will go to the classes assigned. They will sit with the students who are struggling with mathematics and guide them in their own way. Their role is basically to assist the students to understand math using their own language that the students would use to impart the knowledge in their own way to their smaller schoolmates.
For me, being a maths elf, I feel really good because I'm able to influence other children to let them have this strong passion for maths and they want to do it a lot more. So it really it encourages me to do more. I would take the children out to see the math village. I would show them the stuff that are here. I would teach them how to weigh you would see the flour and the sugar and the cornmeal in the shop, and I would use the prices to teach them how to add and subtract and what to get for your change or how to deal with the stuff. If I have 3 counters in this hand, 3 counters in this hand and 1 in this hand. How many counters do you have in all?
7.
You have 7. How do you know that there are 7 counters there?
You add 3 and 3 to 1.
And then you get 7. And you can also see them, so you know that there are 7 counters there, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
But though the village is a fun place of learning, there are strict guidelines that must be followed by students and teachers.
The students are not allowed to just go in the math village because the things are very small and we don't want them to take them out, not to steal but to just play with them and remove them and so. So the teachers are rostered to use the math village. They decide when they want to use it based on the lessons that they have to teach. And so they are rostered and they take the key, they take the students in and the students are monitored and they go in and they do their lesson, they come out, hand over the key and another teacher can use it at another time. So the students are always monitored while they are within the math village, and the teachers are all encouraged to incorporate the math village within their lesson planning. So at least 1 math lesson for the week.
For far too long, students have seen mathematics as daunting, difficult, and frankly disconnected from everything that is important to them in everyday life. And so with a village like this, with this kind of initiative, students can come on the inside and they can see in a real way how mathematics can be relevant to what they're doing.
Children are the future, and ensuring our future is healthy requires that children are always provided with nutritious foods to grow well and live long. Unhealthy diets high in sugar, salt, and fat consumed by children may make them obese and prone to non-communicable diseases later in life. Healthy foods and beverages not only help them learn better, but also protects them from non-communicable diseases such as some cancers, diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular diseases in their childhood and adult life. So, whether it's at home, in the lunch bag, or at school, let's make healthy foods and beverages for our children the only rule.
We are close to the end of our half-hour journey inside Jamaica Magazine, but before we get there, we want to share the inspiration of one school principal taking interest in not just the education of the children in her care, but also their nutritional needs.
Welcome to Kalalamu's Basic School.
Directly across from the Riverton landfill lies a small poverty-hit community of about 500 people. There, you find an established preschool that educates roughly 56 local children. This beam of promise not only offers their children a grassroots education, but has served the students in ways that have brought a sense of hope within the community. And this is their tale.
I became the principal 2005, September. When I came here, the Kalalamu's Basic School was governed by St. Patrick Foundation. We have 2 rooms, 1 kitchen and 2 bathrooms. So coming to Kalalamu's Basic School, it was a little new thing for me, because where I was before, I had my own office. So this is what I have to start with.
While that was going on, many of the little ones were being dropped off at the school without a meal to start the day. But a cup of tea a day can help to keep the worries at bay.
I have 6 children, and 4 of my 6 children came here Sometimes I don't have anything to give my child to come to school. So when Miss Black keep the PTA meeting and suggest about the breakfast club, I just said I will volunteer because I know sometimes we really don't have the breakfast to let them come to school, and then sometimes we not even have the breaks. Miss Black realized that I can cook, so she offered me the job and I take it. Sometimes with the porridge for breakfast, we will do fried dumpling and cinnamon. Sometimes it's just like omelette, egg omelette, Milo tea.
But one particular morning, I was very busy going from the kitchen to the office and through the classrooms. I was going on my way to my office. But I looked around and I saw this little one, his face looked droopy. And I turned around and said, "You're okay?" And maybe he was trying to explain, but he was so ill. And I said, "You feel sick?" And I said, "Did you have breakfast this morning?" But he did not know what I was asking about breakfast. I said, "You drink tea?" And he would do like this, "No." I said, "You don't drink no tea." I said, "I'm gonna give you some tea." So I rushed to my office and coming out back to go right to the kitchen to prepare something for him. And I hear like, somebody vomit up. But his mom didn't left the compound as yet. And his mom came in. And I said, "You never give him no tea?" And she said, "No, miss, me never have any money. But me buy him one bag juice and I eat, me give him." And trust me, that did something deep in my core, deep in my soul. It affected me so much. And I said, "No, even little tea water I'm gonna start with."
But we are sending them to school because we know say Miss Black now going to turn them away from the lunch, so we send them same.
Trust me, when you start something, it will attract people to come and help. And this is how everything started coming in. And since I started it, we have several different organizations come to just help.
And one such group is the New York-based church Perfecting Faith Ministries, which is being led by Pastor Donnie McClurkin.
I was introduced to Calendar News maybe about 12 years ago. And we came and we did some medical and dental work here with the kids. And it's become an annual thing every year since then, with the exception of the 1 year during the pandemic. But this is my home now, and we've adopted it. It is, we sponsor it every month with a stipend. And we are totally behind 100% what the principal is doing here. And we look forward to seeing it grow. We really do.
This basic school, this is where I'm working it for it to be. The uptown basic school, the prep school in a downtown setting where it is affordable for children to come and get a sound education, nice meal, good and clean environment. So I'm not the principal that really stay in the classroom and the business with school business. No, I'm business with the community business because that's where it starts first. If I want to change a nation, if I want to empower and grow a champion, I have to be involved in the life of the people.
And this is where we leave you from Jamaica Magazine today. Be here on this station tomorrow for more you don't want to miss. Until then, there are lots to watch over on our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.